Join me as I work on setting up my guided journal pages. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I am working on my guided journal. This is a part of what I am calling my hobby planner. It's all the fun things, working through some of the fun things this year in a separate planner, and I think it's going to work out really well. So here's what I want to do. I'm using my guided journal planner insert that is in my shop. And I thought I would just have fun with some seemingly random Happy Planner sticker books and decorate and get it ready to fill in and have fun with. And I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. So I will link everything that I use down in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go. Working on single pages like a journal entry is a great way to kind of get reacquainted with some of your favorite stickers or to use up some of the stickers that you may have in your stash. I feel like it's a little bit less intimidating to decorate a single page as opposed to a full weekly spread. Plus, the deal is if you end up not liking what it looks like, you only have it for a day. So it's not a big deal. And this goes really fast. So this is also another way to really connect with a hobby that you really like, creative planning, but doing it on a smaller, faster scale. The first sticker book that I am using is the Cafe Core sticker book. It is coffee themed, which is absolutely perfect for me because I love coffee. And my plan is going to be to decorate the front and back of each page within a sticker book, like with one theme. So we're going to do the front and back of this one with this particular theme and then kind of go from there. With this guided journal, what I like about it is it feels like it breaks down a whole page. Sometimes when you're facing a big blank page or even a big lined page, it can be a little intimidating, especially if you are just getting into the practice of journaling. It can feel, I don't know, overwhelming maybe to fill the whole page. So the fact that this one is broken up, you have some lined sections, you have a prompt that you can choose to use or not use, and then a place for gratitude and highlights of that particular day or recent highlights. I think that just breaks it down a little bit. These pages give me a moment to check in with myself, with how things are going, with where my mood is at. And I find that helpful just to get things out onto paper. Feels really good. Sometimes they're going to be a little bit deeper than other times. Sometimes it'll probably be very surface level. This is what's going on. This is what the kids are doing, all of that business. And then sometimes it's going to be I don't know, dealing with all the things that we deal with on a normal basis. I love that the prompts are different on every single page. So even if you're not feeling inspired to journal, which happens to me, especially in the evenings, I get better journaling done in the mornings because I'm fresher. In the evenings, I am exhausted and just thinking through things can be really hard, but oftentimes a prompt can kind of get the ball rolling. And once you start writing, you'll, quickly discover that, hey, it goes pretty darn fast. Working on these pages also really helps me to get out of the box creatively because literally there are boxes on this page and you'll see I very infrequently stay within the lines of the boxes. I like having some of them wonky. I break over the edge. I end up trimming things off, and that is very freeing. And sometimes, especially when we're starting out planning or starting out decorating, it feels like everything needs to be lined up. Everything needs to make sense. I'm trying just to get things down on the page. I'm trying to use the types of stickers that maybe I wouldn't normally use in my weekly planning, A, because that saves the other stickers for my weekly planning, and B, it just makes me look at stickers in a different way, in a different format. So that is really beneficial and helpful for me. Now, a question that I get from time to time is what is the point of decorating these pages? Because it can feel like a little bit of a waste of the stickers because you're only using the page one time. So it's not the same as decorating your monthly or even your weekly. This is a daily page. This is just one I'm going to use. And then I don't know if I'll keep these or not. That is to be determined. But what's the point of decorating it? Well, a couple of things. First of all, decorating brings me a lot of joy. That is one of my hobbies. Playing with stickers just brings me joy, and I don't think you should have to justify what brings you joy at all. Second, when these are decorated, I am much more likely to use them. So, for instance, this is a Ratatouille sticker book. Hello, I haven't gotten to use this at all. Just having this in here, that's going to make me smile when I turn to this page. I don't predate them because I don't know that I'm going to be in this guided journal each and every day. But I love that when I open it up and it's the time for this page, that's going to make me smile. It's going to make me think of a movie I love. And that just, I think, when we can add those little moments to our day, like that's the whole point of creative planning anyways, is to bring that little bit of joy, whether it is from the process or the final product, to bring that into your day. So I don't mind using my sticker books to do pages like this. I also think, again, many of us have so many stickers, we couldn't possibly use them all in our lifetimes. So why not just have fun and play with them, not hoard them, not, keep extra copies just because, but like go for it. Use the stickers, cut them down, make them work for you in different situations. And I think you'll get a lot more enjoyment out of your stash in that way. This is also just a fun way to play outside your comfort zone. I can't really imagine doing a whole spread with a theme of Ratatouille. I love the movie, but I would be surprised if I use this for a weekly setup. However, I think it's so fun to use it on these daily pages, use it for a little journaling. There's all kinds of ways to use some of these stickers, and especially the ones where you're like, I wouldn't normally grab for that particular sticker. Getting to use it in this way just feels like I'm getting the most out of the sticker books. Okay, after Ratatouille, then comes Toy Story. Can you tell that I was rating the Disney section of my sticker storage? I have all of my stickers from the Happy Planner divided up into a bunch of different themes. There's seasonal ones, there's color groupings like neutrals and brights, there's a whimsical, girl power, and then I have several containers of Disney. And like I said, I find that I don't use the Disney stickers quite as often. I love the Disney stickers. I love Disney, but they tend to be a little bit, I don't know. They're not the ones I normally choose. However, it's fun to use them here. This particular Toy Story sticker book, I struggled with creating a weekly spread. I have used it for a weekly in the past. It just had some odd shapes and colors, and many of the characters were in the same position in multiple stickers, if that makes sense. Like it was their same profile over and over and over again. And I don't like to repeat those on a spread. But when you're just doing one page, it's easier to find the limited variety that you need just for one daily page. So I find that this particular sticker book lends itself a little bit better to just those single pages. And it depends on the sticker book. The Happy Planner does end up having a lot of repeated stickers and repeated designs. Some of these smaller sticker shops do not have that same thing. They have just a wider variety within the pages of their sticker book. So it kind of depends what shop you're using and what brand you're using. But this one in particular, just didn't feel like a weekly one. It felt way more aligned to doing a quick daily page. Can I tell you that something else I'm really planning on with this particular guided journal is to use some of my pens and markers that are different colors. So this guided journal is the one that's available in my shop. The paper I use for my inserts is a beautiful, very smooth, just gorgeous paper that holds up well to all kinds of pens and markers, including fountain pens. But I'm a black girl pen kind of girly on my weeklies. I just so very rarely use other colors. I just love a black pen. However, on these, I think it'll be fun to experiment, maybe even do a little bit of hand lettering, just play with different colors. And the fact that these are already decorated will be a great jumping off point for, hey, what marker am I going to go grab? What pen am I going to go grab? I think that makes it a little bit more interesting when I sit down to actually fill these out. All right, we have moved on to the Lion King sticker book. I am grabbing some of the foiled stickers that I am less likely to use in the future. And in fact, there's a beautiful blue foil set that will make its way onto the back of this page. Again, making sure that I have plenty of room to write the things I'm going to want to write, but what characters can I represent on the page? And I want to make sure that they're in different poses. So I don't want to reuse the same pose multiple times on a page. That's the tricky part when you're using some of these characters, and making sure that the color kind of goes throughout the page in some different ways. All right, now I need to just cut off the edges. How cute is this spread? I love it so much. Now I want to take a look at the other side. Here's that beautiful blue-green foil. Love that. I thought this would fit down here. No, we're going to have to, I kind of got in the groove as I was working through these. I started to really see where I liked the stickers, how it would work. And I started working around the edges more, which was really, really helpful. I am so excited to go in and dive into this guided journal. I think this is going to be a nice change for me in 2026, as opposed to using a horizontal layout for my journaling, mostly because of the prompts and the check-in moments. It kind of combines several different things that I would notate in different parts of my planner. Now it's all going to be on a single page. All right, I'm going to finish up this page, and that's going to be it for these guided journal spreads. I'm going to pop this in and do a quick flip through. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like seeing these single page plan with me's. If you want to see me decorate some daily pages or guided journal pages, let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what you are using for your journaling in 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. Huge shout out to my Patreon family. We're having a fabulous time. All kinds of creativity and organization is happening over on Patreon, and it's not too late to join us. Head over to patreon.com/ScrappyWife to find a tier that works for you. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.